Unveiling the false light message of the work is done about retirement. If you are receive a message that your job is complete, that's what the aliens love to say. Your job is complete, your mission is complete. Now it's time to rest for a while and then uh, get out of this planet, die. You see how is it? So be careful as to how you interpret that message. While it may be true that one of your jobs that you came here to earth may be accomplished, it can be motherhood, fatherhood, or a family man, a family woman job once your children are grown up already, like my case, because I gave birth very early in my teens. So once you are at my age or even earlier, around 40 something, your motherhood job is over. Okay, because you see your sons and daughters through, and either they leave home or they get married because they are adults. They have to live their lives. Or could also be because you were retrenched from a company, a job, or even retire. But it's not over because it's always good to work. I love to work. I just cannot stand still once because I'm hyperactive. I'm autist. Okay, I'm autist and I cannot keep still. My brain is always thinking, and always very busy. So I must always um, be on the go, do something like walk. I love to exercise and walk. So you are never over. I believe that for women, at least in their 70s, they still can contribute if work, if not um, physical work like very tiring, laboring jobs. I'm not talking about cleaning all that. To me, this kind of person has to retire from all these laboring jobs. The son of our youngest lazy bums one. But let me talk about some office work. Why don't give to the 70s? To do so who is 65 above. Why not? As long as they are still okay, they can rationalize, they are not having any Alzheimer problem, no dementia. Why not? Let them contribute with something in the economy if they can. Okay. For the males, I would say that at 79 will be okay for them to retire. Woman 70, although I know that woman is more hard work than you man. They are much hard work than men, and they still can contribute a lot. And but if they want to retire and give a break for 2 years, why not? After all, they have been working like a machine. I would not say an animal because an animal is not supposed to walk and be abused, but like a machine. So why not? Let them have a rest if they can afford. Why not go out and then play and then um, travel and enjoy themselves? Why not? And then later, after 2 years, if they think that they can start a business somewhere or contribute to something, they can always do gardening or take care of the animals. There's a lot of social work to be done, like um, woman's problem, woman with their children, single mother's problem, animal problem, stray animals problem. So we can always contribute with that, you see. So I don't see why a person has to age and stay home. In fact, the more you stay home, the more you will think nonsense, and the more you are apt to have a stroke or go into dementia earlier or get Alzheimer, because you are thinking too much about your problems, about your boredom. You are being bored, you feel that you are useless. Don't feel this way. Always be useful for something. You understand? I see in Brazil ladies who are 85, they still contribute to building houses on their own. She has her own business. Others are in the plantation. 80 above. They could retire. Their family want them to retire, but they don't want, because they want to build the houses. So let it be. I'm all for that. Okay, I'm all for that. My mother too was very active until she died in 1982. She died why? Because she stopped. Because she couldn't do any more things like gardening, plantation, and I do have business with agriculture. So what happened? She died of boredom. Her bones became brittle and she ended up dying. You see? So to me, our body is there to always move. Our brain as well. Our brain is there to be used. So is your body. If you don't use it, you're gonna lose it. Okay, and there is some channel here of some what, how I call these people, some Alfred in Wonderland. Those Alfreds always talk about matrix, because you cannot follow the matrix, you must get off here, this and that. Nothing about material things alone. However, we are here, we know that we're in the 3D. Our body need to pay the bills. Our body need to eat, need to sleep, need to drink, need to enjoy also life. We are in the 3D. Stop this nonsense of hysteria, because matrix. We must be less materialist. It's not that we are materialist, we have no other option. Even if we live on the countryside, we still gotta plant, we still gotta do gardening, you still gotta take care of your animals. That's about living. While there's life, there gotta be something to do. Because once you stop doing something, you become useless and you're gonna waste away fast. Believe me. So Alfreds and Jones out there come here online and start to talk about metrics, because the unorganic ones want to rule the world, talking about government and the elite, and that you must get off this metric. But this, the same duty who is a religion man and eat money from the religions and this charitable organization. That's why he don't think about work, because he's eating up money from other type of stupid illicit jobs, getting money from the fool. At least the other people are working and sweating, even if they are older. Okay, so big hands, big clappy hands for all those older people who still contribute to something. It's very important. It's very important to be busy in your twilight years, and never ever give up until you die. Okay, don't don't allow it to happen like many others who stay home and end up with a lot of stress from sons and daughters and grandchildren and end up dead. I pity to say older people, or the elderly, or the older people, middle-aged, who has to deal yet with family who does not recognize their effort and be grateful to these people, to these um, elder people, at least for the woman, because this is the woman who makes more effort, who does more the house chore, cooking for the family, and even go out to earn some money. Okay, it's mostly the woman. And for all the see warrior woman, congratulations. Don't give up. Be always active, even at your older age, because it's very important. But if you cannot, you have the means. You have the means. Do not work for others. Stay home at your pace and then go do something else. Go walk. Go for exercise on nature. Do gardening. Do some work like take care of the stray animals. Okay. If you have a bit of money, and you don't need to go out to work for others and humiliate yourself and get bullied and abused in the workplace if you're already 65 above. My advice would be for you to, if you have the means, stay home and find another outlet. Okay, maybe to grow your money or even to make a small business, and contribute to society in a small way, but always be active. Always take up sports, exercises, sleep and eat properly. Don't listen to all this hysteria about pandemics, about all this kind of nonsense. Okay, because it's all these negative energies. There's always a way to the bay. When you find a way, there's always one. So hope is the last thing that dies. Is hope. Hope is that rope that you find when you are drowning. Okay, so don't worry. I have read lately that are some people that are stating that their job. So the press message will be true. You can just sit back and read that thing. I have read lately that some people that are some people that are stating that their job is done and they have done such a good job that they have been given advice to just relax at this point in their life. Perhaps they are off to one of the vacation points the Matrix offers to blow their man on and to kick up their feet and smoke a cigar with a martini in their hand. When they share a message with others, it can bring about confusion and also risks of superiority. I don't think it's risks of superiority. Why do you care about other people's life? Is other people's life? Is what the soul wants for themselves. So let it be. Let the people. It's free will. Okay, it's a free will. So let him. Let's say he's enjoy the fruits of his past labor. So let him. I will be glad for these people instead of being angry or jealous. I will be happy for them. Lucky for them. I wish I were in their shoes. So implies that I am going to sit back and watch all of you do the rest of the work as my reward. Não sei, this is all in your psychology, man. Relax. Stop being jealous. Personally, I know that several jobs I came here to do have been accomplished. But I'm looking around at my reality, and while it may seem mostly calm and balanced, I'm still not completely out of 3D. Of course not. We are never until we die. We are never until we die. And I'm still paying my rent and paying an exorbitant amount of money for organic produce. I still feel with my tax return, and if I don't pay my internet bill, I won't be able to keep the information flowing through my website. Of course. That's why work if you can get, if you're not in a racist country, okay, and you can get a job, then go for it. I love to work since the age of 12-year old, I was looking for a job, and my mom didn't know. I was 12-year old and I was looking for a job after school. Okay, why? Because I, first of all, I cannot stand still. I help in the family agriculture business, but I wanted to do other things besides study. And I'm looking for a job, and when the guys look at my, they accept me in a cafeteria, but when they see my 12-year old, no, cannot, and I'm like, what the heck? I cannot work at 12-year old. What the heck? So rather what? Other people go what? No wonder some are better to work than steal, is it? Because I want more money. Understand? Nothing wrong. I want more money. At 12-year old, I want more money to go shopping with my friends after school. And I don't want to ask my mother because I know my mother worked very hard and I don't want to bother her. I don't want. I want my own money. I had always had this kind of independent mentality. So I don't see why it is so hard to work at 12-year old. Many people in the past work at age 13, 12. So what's the problem? So I'm still, and I see so many bums at the age of 40s, 30s, and doesn't want to work. 30s and 40 bums. Those are total useless people. While some other kids, 7-year old already working, 10, 12. So I still react to situations in a human way, and I'm always work on myself through relationship and experience. I still have a lot of work to do on myself and to get myself out of these things by shifting my reality. I said anything different, I would be egotistical and perhaps this delusional as my conscience is still here and about. Of course, it's a hypocritical even. Why those are the same people, those who are saying that, oh, because we must forget the metrics are the one who are earning for more money. They are going there, they are scamming people or even are getting money from charities, and they come here online to advise people not to go for it and then forget about the metrics while he is so immersed in the metrics and ask people for money online. You see the irony in all that? Do you? Stupid people, very crook indeed. And there are those who um, is retired at the males retired at the age 65 and still think that he's so old to retire. For sex he's not old, you see. For sex he's not old, but for retirement, oh, he's too old already. He needs to retire. To work he's too old. But for sex he's not old. You know, there's also this type of man, which I find very hypocritical and I cannot stand. So because and perhaps listens my cousin still here in Borden. Yeah. And I have knee problem. The bone, the how they call it, the joint of my knee. There's something hurting a lot as I walk, but that's okay. I still can do a lot of things. The tibia, I think the tibia. The negative means would love for us to roll over and irritate us when we are on the verge of shifting for the collective. As long as we still have homeless people, money, gasoline, cars, sick people, government, bills to pay, autism. I don't know where autism come in all that suddenly. What's wrong with autism? And autistic people cannot lead a normal life, cannot work, cannot study. Yeah, I study, cannot because it's very hard to concentrate. I couldn't concentrate at the school. And at the age 8, I was in grade 4. You see, I was in grade primary 4 at 8 year old because of a mistake that my father did on my birth certificate, and I have to I have to jump it time. I have to jump, make a quantum leap in my mind and my brain to keep up with that kind of curriculum in the school, meant for 10 years old. Okay, and I was bullied by teachers, one black teacher to be precise, calling me ghost, calling me a lot of things. Asked the guys, that boys, 14-year-old boy, to color my skin with crayons, brown crayons, because she was a medicine teacher, and I couldn't understand what she was talking. She taught very fast. She was a fat 40-year-old woman, so I couldn't pick up. You understand? And she found that I was too slow for her class, so she got bored with me, and she would call me names like ghost. This ghosty girl. This ghosty girl is very slow, stupid girl. And I look at this girl's skin so white. Hey boy, come here, go there, and I paint her skin of crayon. Take this, paint her with crayon. It was in 73. I still remember this. See, but no, on the accident, only have racism against other people. Don't have inverse racism against white. I'm not talking about the black boys, okay? Not the black guys, it's the woman. Very nasty, fat Afro woman from Northeast Brazil, from a state called Bahia. She come to my state to teach there in the 73. I still remember. I'm very good at remembering things. At least all the traumas, I'm very good at keep inside my memory after so many years. From 73 to 2021, is still so face more and more. So what with autism cannot start. Yeah, we cannot start because we need to focus. Okay, we need focus. It doesn't mean we are stupid. We are not stupid at all. Much to the contrary, we are very special people, very smart, very, very smart. I pick up languages without going to school. You see, English is one. I cannot say that my command of the language is spectacular, is very good, but it's okay, very good. I have learned the Asian language. I know many other languages, so I pick up all by my own because I'm very curious. And if I focus in other language, I will learn very, very quickly. I'm very easy to learn language since young. So there is always something to do to contribute. Of course, just go there and do something. Anyone who thinks their work on earth is finished is being tricked by the false light. The false light likes to use the ego to make one seem superior and more. Why do you care about these people, woman? Relax. What a woman. She's so frustrated. Why she cares about these people? And to tell them that they have done a good job and they just sit back and watch things unfold. I don't understand why people have to care about other people's life. We care about our life. As long as people is not disturbing us, bullying us, abusing us, discriminating against us. So why do you care about those others? Let their lives and live yours. That's my honest and a wise advice. Instead to tell them that they have done a good job, and they can just sit back and watch. Nonsense. There is always something you can do to contribute, of course, but you cannot push, just like the religionists who have pushed their religion into other people's faith. I hate that. If they want us to respect you because you are a religion, a Muslim, a Christian, whatever, okay, a spiritualist, you need to respect those who are agnostic. How about that? Live and let live. If you want to respect, you must respect. Do not push your religion to us. If an Arab man here who lives in Brazil pushing his religion non-stop at the other people's throat. Not enough that I had been cautioned by a Muslim man when I was only 17-year-old. I didn't know that there's something like Islam. I didn't know. He took me from my mother's house with the proposal of come for tourism to his country in Asia. I was not even 18 yet. He took me from my mother's house. I was still in the process of doing course, Either I want to go into nursing or pathology, clinic pathology. Going for pathology clinic course. And he took me away from my mother's house and brought me to his country and didn't let me go anymore, and I couldn't ask for help. You see, I was not even 18 yet. And here they came and drove to force me to Islam. All his community, his mother, his father, his grandfather. It was in 83, long time ago, 83. They come like some kind of a wisp to change me into what they want me to become, even against my will when I wanted to return to my country and I couldn't. This is called kidnapping, right? And the man was 12 years older than I. He was 30 already, going for 30. I was going for 18, but not yet 18. So this man is supposed to go, if in other country he would go jail because he kidnapped a girl. Okay, this is a crook. And then come here, we come to the online, and then there's another idiot Muslim pushing their religion in our faces. And there's some idiots there on the Occident still carrying balls of Muslims. They don't know who Muslim is. And what they do to the people who they see vulnerable. They bully, they abuse, they force their will upon you. Next to the law of anathema, either you do or, you understand? And still they are seen as the victim. And later I go there, because now I don't have enough time. I have this another to discuss. Later I go there to tell why. What the aliens and the Muslim bat sniffer is doing online to showing that only the government is bad, Muslim are good, and it's not. And I'm a victim of Muslims, and I'm witness of what happened to me. So there's always something to do to contribute, and one who thinks their work on earth is finished is being tricked by the false light. Mhm. The false light likes to use the ego to make one seem superior and more enlightened. No problem, woman. Relax. Even if you donate your time, work on yourself, sit in mindful meditation, or simply love someone unconditionally, as long as you are here in a body, you are doing in the choice before is A. Will you take the shortcut and let everyone else pick up the energetic consciousness slack? Or do the very best you can to contribute to the shift every moment, thus every moment, thus grow your soul exponentially. So what, woman, if the people don't do you are just like a Muslim, you are throw your religion upon another people. It's wrong. It's wrong. Neither way is right or wrong. So but for you is wrong. You see these people how psychotic it is, just like the Muslim I have here nearby me. Totally psychotic. They say one thing, they show one thing, their intention is one thing, and they go around and say, no, it's not. You are wrong. Then shift the blame on you. Covertly. Neither way is right or wrong, but outside of this metric it's clear that everyone takes the high road. No, I don't think so. That's your big headed high road. Aliens are worse than most human here. I'm gonna repeat this. Aliens are worse, even worse than the governments here that you all penalize and criminalize. Okay? Now I have to tell this. I'm fed up. Why not live like you are outside of the matrix so that your vibration will draw you? So what if they don't? And what if they don't? This human is supposed to go and get some fatitude, some fatitude means go lose weight and stop being paranoid. There's a difference between not having work to do and being calm and relaxed and now and take it easy for a while. Everyone needs a break every now, so why are you complaining, woman? Let the other people alone. Everyone needs a break every now and then in order to recharge. That's why I don't understand and I don't like those light workers. They are full of bull crap and also a big hypocrites. They are big hypocrites. When we are in a still state within our hearts, downloads can occur which give us ideas on which direction the highest path will take us. But there's no such thing as right or wrong path as long as you are not murdering and stealing from others, woman. You are not raping, woman. You are not murdering, woman. You are not bully others in group, woman. There's no such thing as right or wrong. Let the others is what fits them the most. My goodness. We can then fold that guide and see or make this version of this life the very best it can be. The more work we do now, the more we affect all versions of ourselves and all of our parallel life. Like they are so in a hurry, They are so anxious to do the work that the aliens are asking them to do. They are doing this for their darling alien gods. That's why they are so zealous and so anxious to hurry up. And in fact, you also affect the whole universe. How would you feel when you return to, my God, 5D dimension? You go to the fourth after you die. You go to the fourth. We are on the 30. The other side is 40. It's fourth. And higher and look at back on your performance at the end of the day. So what? There's not such thing as you did it wrong, you have to return. You see the hypocrites, that's why they need me here to correct, to fix them. in the end of the shift, my God, so I care. I would say, hello, hello. It wasn't you over there doing all that nasty hologram that I went through, all those jobs, okay? It wasn't you, so why are you judging me? Who the hell you think you are? Look at yourself, man. Go and clean up your backside before you attempt to clean up people's backside. Have some shame in your face. I don't care who it is in the other side. Back on your performance at the end of the shift, from a human perspective, work seems like something that takes time and it's hard. However, the best work we do is from the heart. Yes, from the heart, so that's why we cannot force and can be as simple as a smile or a pat on the back. Oh my God, so much, so touchy, too much hypocrisy. I have helped the um, straight, not safe, sorry. How they say it? Street kids in Brazil. I have helped them because they come to me, sister, can you please help me? I was young, I was 14. Sister, can you please buy something for me to eat and for my mom? Sure, hon, sure, come. I will go inside supermarket. I fill up that trolley and I still take a taxi and tell the taxi driver, please send this little boy to this address, please, for his mom. The taxi would do because I know they are not crooked people, and that at least in the state where I was born, of course, at least there. And many times when the children come to me, I share my food, I share everything, but I am not going to tell, hey, why don't you do this, unless they come and make propaganda and campaign against the feminism, against this and that, and say, hello, woman, instead of it, call with another woman and interfere in their work. Why don't you go and help the poor? Why don't you go and help the stray dogs like I have done since I was young? And the 7-year-old almost already there helping the stray. 7-year-old. I was already helping the strays. And at 14, not 12, 14, I was giving shopping, the groceries for the poor children. Okay? But I don't go about and tell, hey, you must do this and that. No, each one is each one. It's from your heart. It cannot be forced. But if you come to tell me what I should do in life, then I tell you straight, hey, you go to hell. Either you do what I have done in life and still do, or you go to hell. Simple as that. There's no round about it with me. If anything, work on ourselves will make the biggest impact on our reality. And work on yourself also. Stop judging. And I thought once Virgos who like to judge. Now I think no. It's not only the Virgos. All the others love to judge. Here are just some examples of situations where you still have to work to do on yourself. If you are blaming others for your feelings, exactly is your case. She is blaming others. You see how worked up she was because somebody choose not to work immediately and prefer now to enjoy the fruit of their labor. And she was so worked up. And then she blame others for your feeling. If you are feeling frustrated, it's your problem. If you are feeling jealous, it's your problem. You cannot blame others, woman. My goodness. If you are not responsible for your actions and words, what the heck? Nobody need to miss any word, you know. The word must be spontaneous. Never mind about the consequences. To me, it's like that. Say it first, think later. Say it first, think later. If you are still taking pharmaceutical even over-the-counter seeds and pain meds, huh? What? What does it have to do with all the other things? If you are not able to completely forgive others, what nonsense. No, I'm not forgive others until I get rid of the situation. When I get rid of the situation, I'll forgive. Until then, I'll keep that feeling inside. Okay, it's gonna be healed when I get rid of the situation and the people that caused it. If you think you are better than others, like you think also you are better because you contribute to something, and others who decided to retire aren't. If you have recurring obsessive thought like you, oh my goodness, what a psycho person, and they like to project themselves through others. If you have addiction, and don't you, I'm sure you have addiction to internet, right? Many people have addiction to internet. Internet also is an addiction, so now what? Why blame other people for having addiction? I don't have any other addiction. My addiction is exercise, work, and internet. Three things I'm addicted to: exercise, work, and internet. If you are still watching TV and receiving, so what? Let other people, my goodness, want to watch TV, let them. If you are still being triggered to give your energy away, still triggering others. If I still live in the past negative events, mourning, I gonna mourn my loved ones as long as I want. It's me. It's not of your business and nobody else. I gonna mourn them. I gonna mourn my sisters, my mom, my brothers. Why not? Why not? It's our business. Oh my God! Now come a time when we cannot even mourn our loved ones recently dead. I lost one brother and one sister last month. Now I cannot mourn them. I cannot mourn them. We are prohibited by those fanatics from even mourning our own parents or brothers or sisters, reminiscing about happiness he lost. So what if I still reliving the past? Woman, go to hell if you're aliens programmers and aliens teacher Google. If you're still living through. Oh my gosh! Was it she who said here on top that she's still in 3D and she got pay the bills, blah 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 blah? Look at this. What's this here? What she said? And now she talk about 3D. This woman is sick. And the thing is, a person who is sick, psychologically sick, doesn't notice it. Instead, they throw this at other people's and make other people be responsible for their own thoughts and attitudes. But not completely for no, I'm not completely forgiven. No, 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 no. It's my right. My rights. All people who have done bad things to me and I'm still dealing with them, I won't forgive. Even if I forgive, I won't forget. It's my problem. I don't have to give justificative to nobody. I don't have to give justification, and give an explanation. If you think that you are better than others, in some point, yeah, the people who doesn't do stupid thing that the others do, yeah, they are better than them. Why not? What's so difficult? If you have recurring obsessive thoughts, doesn't all of us here, doesn't we? Those who say no, I don't have is a bloody liars. If you have addictions, don't you? Who doesn't have addiction? Some have addiction to food, some to drinks, some to fruits. I have to fruits. I have addiction to fruit. What's wrong? What's wrong? And I be addicted to fruits, exercise, walk. And if I can, I only come here at night about 12 until morning, until 5 o'clock morning. But morning, afternoon, no, I don't come to internet because I have things to do. If you're still watching TV, oh my gosh, let other people watch TV, man. Relax. Granted, simply live your life and watching the unfoldment of what you have created for yourself is what we are here to do. It's the way we interact with that in the highest and best possible way for mankind and ourselves that makes all the difference in consciousness. However, every moment that we are creating, we are mastering the ability to create. How we do that impacts our energy and consciousness. They will learn every time, don't worry. They will learn. But what matters for the master is the experience, never the result. They don't care who wins, lose, or draw. What they care about is the experience, is the play, is the game. We can create any relaxation or we can create any imbalance as we prove to ourselves, to the universe, that we are consciously responsible for what we are creating. Yeah, the safety door will open and 5D and beyond. We don't go for 5D, I'm so sorry. You manifest what you create must quick and the result of could be disastrous for you and those around you if you have not practiced and worked really hard to learn how to be responsible and balanced. Oh my god, from 4D, take 2 steps at top, 1, 2. Wow, from 3D, 3D, 4D, 5D. Wow, not even upgrade to 4D, goes out already to 5D. Wow, so good, the aliens, huh? Very good. It'll have to be responsible and balanced. Please be careful how you interpret other people's messages or even your own guidance. People need to be more responsible in the messages they give out to others as well, inclusive you. I have often told many of my clients that the job that they came here to do was done. However, I always follow up with what they can do now to help shift this reality. The job is never done, woman, until they die. Most of the time, it always includes more self-work and getting to the 0 point within the hard space. 0 point is boring. Better yet, find all of your own guidance within. You make sure you are not being misled. Make sure you are not being misled by tricksters and posers. We never stop creating and growing as we continue the path back to source. The imagination is one of the best creative tools we have. Focus on what you want instead of what you do not want. Imagine the highest and best outcome for humanity. Dream about peace and world without money. Eliminate those steps in between now and that world by imagining that you will be like and that will eventually magnetize to you. This is the kind of effortless childlike manifestation work that we all could do, right? I have been this game for many years, like an idiot. No, just hope, fake hope, wishing, nothing. It's not like that. When we die, we can create in a speed. We can create much faster than in here. Here, there's always obstacle. There's always holograms and configuration given to us. So it's not too easy to break that barrier, and accelerate the frequency so as to realize things that you are thinking. Even if you work for it, it's very hard to achieve. Some things in your life is very hard to achieve, but the key here is never to stop. Is never to give up. Don't give up. Carry on. Keep on try until you are called a fool, then you stop. There's a difference in complete one phase of your work and retiring completely. Thinking all of your work is done. We have been programmed to think that the amount of time you spend working will equal your return. Instead, it is the kind of work you and the vibration you are in when you do it to them matters to that matters. Learn to be multidimensional in your thinking, not stop the path of work on yourself and your reality so that you can make change all of universal creation to its highest vibration. When you do reach that place of perfection, keep doing by holding the vibration and space and unconditional love for others while still striving to reach that place on their own. And be responsible for the way you support them with your words and actions. I don't think that you are so nice with your word to others. As I finished this article, I was guided to flip over to my Facebook wall, and that was the confirmation that my true light guiding system provided for me. Bernard Guenda had a perfect excerpt from Perilous Path Towards Awakening to top of my article. The exuberancy of coming across the information at the precise time made me feel like I was walking precognition, like I had already done this day before. It really made my day. Some people better than others will still be plugged into the matrix, or who haven't had any profound awakening experiences. The lure of looking down on them is the most common trap many people fall into, especially the case when truth seeking is not combined with inner work. The delusion of superiority is in fact a symptom of still being plugged into the matrix, since the matrix feeds off the service to self, ego, separation, consciousness, which manifestation of competition in people's personal or professional lives. This trap subject us ties into shadow projection when we get emotionally reeled up and project that reactive energy onto others. Come from a sense of superiority. We actually feed the occult forces in the hyperdimensional realms. Wrong, lie. The dark force doesn't want us to feel superior. They use you all to make us feel inferior and to um, subjugate eyes and to think that you are less than we are. Okay, all lies. It's all the opposite. If anything, the dark forces want is for us to feel that we are garbage, that we are nothing. It stems from the predator mind by which these forces work through us, triggering mechanical reactive behavior to produce the lush frequency they feed open. There are varying degrees of superiority complexity, various manifestations which we all fall into from subtle to very apparent. As long as you have an inner sense of superiority, especially the disease of moral superiority or specialness in comparison to others, even without any external projections, the matrix anxiety hooks in eyes. This can also happen to wanderers, individuals whose souls have incarnated from a higher density 4 or 6 density into 3D density with a specific mission to accomplish in order to assist humanity. Who are very identified with the wonder stars. Oh my God, is it not being superior? Oh, I'm star seed. We are light worker. We are special. We are the chosen one. Is that us not trying to be better than, holier than, and at the end, all are being used by aliens? And if anything, all the aliens want for us to think that we are rubbish, we are garbage. Okay, that's what they want from us. Concept see oneself and see better, like you. All the religious people feel that they are better than the cafe. What's cafe in Islam? It is the unbeliever. The disbeliever is the cafe. They think that the cafe is garbage. They even come to say that all the kafir will become stone when he die. They go to the fire and turn to stones. That's the sense of superiority that these people who are so much into these dogmas, doctrines, that they think that they are better than the others, but they still come here. They invest the things like a good Luciferians to shift that attitude that they have onto others. That's the ironic, stupid thing in this all. You see, they are, but they don't want to accept that they are, so they shove it to other people. See oneself like you, better than humans, and the ego feeds off this divisionary mentality. This is also how negative forces target, hijack, and derail wanderers from their mission by appealing to the shadow aspect of their ego. There's nothing wrong with the ego when you use it to save you from bullying here. Ego are used for survival. However, it becomes dangerous when you use your ego to control others, to want others to follow what you want, to say you must follow this or else you're gonna be punished. This is when the ego becomes dangerous. However, if you use your ego to self gratify yourself, to feel good about yourself, do you understand? Or even telling others who are trying to chide you, to criticize you for something, tell others that they are not better than you because they are this and that. You are not you are not wrong in using your ego for that. I use my ego all the time for that, to safeguard my personality and myself, and to defend myself. Why not? I see nothing wrong. No. Mr. and Miss Aliens and their slaves here want us to believe that it must be mixed ships. Mixed ships that must follow blindly, and I think in a very humble way. All those ships must be this way, but the others on top don't have to. This one calls the shot. Do this. Okay, master. Do that. Okay, master. You know how it works? Like that. It's easy for me to come here and tell people, forget about your ego, be humble, when I don't want to do. It's easier for me to want for the others what I don't want to do myself. The trap of superiority is so common that it's almost a natural byproduct of the awakening process. No need to awaken, dude. Awaken, okay, is already new. Since the 70s, I was awakened already. My goodness, what a hysteria. It's a mental disease already. Awaken, 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 awaken. Ah, yeah. It can manifest itself at any given stage, even after having had a mystical awakening experience, which the ego then hijacks. In other words, the ego believes itself to be awake, turning to spiritualize the ego. Many self-proclaimed master gurus or even popular figures in the truth movement have big superiority issues or cult of personality disorder, which their followers often feed with their worship and hierarchical authoritarian programming come from a self-perceived inferior state of like her. She's also come looking like she's in a competition, and she don't want to compete with other people, you see. So she come out with all this rhetorics here because she don't want competition. So she's been jealous. She or whoever wrote this is being jealous of the other people because they see them as a competitor, but they don't see that they who want the most followers. To me, I don't care. Whoever want to watches. Don't want, okay. You don't have to pay a cent either. Don't have to give likes. Don't have to add. I don't ask. I don't plead. You see, I'm not like those who ask, can you please how to say that thing? How to be a member or make a donation? I don't like that because everything that is paid is not sincere. There's something behind it. Because I come here, I don't want to pretend to be something I'm not. You see, I don't like all this nonsense of trying to be an angel when I'm not. I let my angel surface on the right time for those who really deserve it, in a very hidden way, behind closed doors. I don't have to come here and pretend that I'm an angel. The angel in me, I show behind the cameras. Okay? So, just putting another person on a pedestal. Oh my God, like you also want to be in a pedestal, woman and a man. You all want, only you all who service aliens' agenda. More often than not, we have no control over when thoughts, feelings of superiority enter us. It can happen as a mechanical reflex, like you. So you're supposed to know, né? You're supposed to know because you yourself often experience that is the sudden appearance of feelings of jealousy or anger. Oh, now we cannot be anger now. Okay, accept all the bullies quietly because the new age asks you to end religions, and a new age, who is another kind of religions, is just like they step from a hot penny straight to the fire, to the from the penny straight into the fire. Just like a pretense, they pretend to be something they are not, but actually they are very engrossed in religion system. We cannot have jealousy or we cannot have anger. Don't show this because it's prohibited. Now, the question is, where does this kind of people differ from religion? The thing is, they come from religions already and then they jump into new age. Then they mix up together, you see, to this farce. Because they think for them, because the aliens and them think this way. If religions doesn't serve the mass at this time anymore, new age will do. Believe me, it's true. The key is self-observation, not try to get rid of it. The axiom, what you resist persists. Yeah, I have said that a long time ago. What resists persists. I have been telling this since 2010. What you look at disappear. You forget to add, to continue. What you resist will persist. What you face, you will let go. To say nothing of judging ourselves for thinking, feeling that way. Yeah. So what you are doing? Why you are doing that? What's that? My God, these people are crazy, man. This already is a kind of a ship inside their brains, alien ship, the Luciferian ship, which is very self-defeating. Avoid trying to push it away or acting on it. Instead, we keep to working on ourselves to help us to eventually detach our vibrational field from such thought intrusion by not identifying with them positively, accepting or negatively judging ourselves, forcefully resisting. We can slowly release them. Patience is key here. A good thing to keep in mind that everyone who reading this article is once fully asleep, caught up in the matrix control mechanism. None of us were born awake. We all had our individual awakening moments. Realize that we have been believing lies and when I was 7 years old, I started take stray animals in. This means what? Awakening. I start to recycle. It was in the 70s. It means what? Awakening. Indigo blows mentality. Okay? When I was 12 years old, I wanted to work so that I get more money and I share with the people in slum. At 14, I start to help people buy groceries for them. This means what? Awakening people. I wait until now to wake. No way. But the jealous one don't accept when we talk like this. Oh, I want to be superior. Oh, it's ego. Never mind. Why you care about my ego? Care about your ego. Let others' egos in peace. Okay? Let others have their ego. You tame yours. If you think that we should not have an ego, then you tame yours. You take care of your backside is better than you take care of your other's backside. To me, it's like that. Okay? Go and clean your backyard before you attempt to clean up your neighbor's backyard. To me, it's like this. It's different for each of us. That's why compassion and empathy come in. Go and feed the poor, go and feed the animals, then I can see compassion. Compassion is activity, is thought made real. Okay? Compassion is thought made real. It's not practice made dreams, but it's thought made practices. So both ourselves and not even though blind and conscious people who dream to be awake. Look at there comes the judgment again. Even though blind, unconscious people who dream to be awake tend to support the matrix agenda and hence unknowingly do a lot of harm despite their well-meaning intentions. Wait a minute. Wasn't the same person above who say that we are still on the 3D and that we must pay our bills, this and that, because still have a body, we are still carrying a body, so you must take care of the 3D, right? And then come here and say that the people, because they tend to support the matrix agenda, and then they dream to be awake. You see how they are like delusional people, and they are inconsistent. And a master is always consistent. A master never dribble away. They are always consistent in their words and deeds. Despite their well-meaning, you're gonna always see me talk bad about aliens and all their minions here. You know nothing, la woman. Forget, retire from this kind of work. All of you need to retire from this kind of work because you know as much as the others know. Okay, know as much as the others know. You are still too much in the deep jungle, and you need to come up clear. Come to the clear. Okay, stop and tell the eyes what they should do.